What's up, guys? So currently, I am in Malaysia. Where in Malaysia specifically? KL, and where in KL specifically? That's a secret. So today I'll be talking about how my transit in Istanbul went. Like it's full of struggles, um, beautiful relationships made along the way, and some key life lessons, I guess. So let's get started. What's up, guys? So right now, um, I'm already at my gate. Right now, I'm just waiting for everyone else. We're just waiting for everyone else. I'm supposed to have like two neighbors, but they're not here yet. So yeah, we're just waiting, and I hope they're nice people. Okay, so quick update. The two people that I was expecting was actually three. It was a mother, a baby, and a father. And because there was an extra seat across from mine, I just took that seat for the whole 3-hour flight, and it was a perfectly nice flight overall because the baby was asleep throughout the 3 hours, which is very, very nice. Alright, so after a while, I arrived in Istanbul, and my initial thoughts on the airport is that it was very big and nice. The only comments I have about it is that it's just that I don't like the fact that you have to pay for the Wi-Fi. They do give it for 1 hour for free, but like for my case where I was stranded there for like 11 hours, it's not very much of a fun experience. In the end, I did have to pay for the services. A struggle for me is that I had issues with finding places in the airport because it is quite big, so I had to walk a lot and pretty much get lost most of the time. So I wasted like 2 hours before I can finally find a place to put my bags away before I go on the city tour. So this is like me trying to line up through the passport control to get out of the airport so I can register for the evening city tour with Tour Istanbul. For more context, if you're flying by Turkish airline and you're transiting for more than 6 hours, you're eligible to join the Tour Istanbul. The counter is located at the arrival hall, so do be well informed that you have to get out of the departure area. Next, I had 3 hours to kill before the next tour begins, so I spent that time reading my book and praying in the masjid. When the time came and the tour begins, this is where things got a lot more interesting. Knowing the tour was going to be long, I had already set a goal beforehand to actually make a new friend and see how things go from there. And luckily, I did. You ever been in a vlog?
Hi everyone!
Okay, quick pause from the vlogging for a while because this is where the important stuff is, okay? So, the person you saw in the video, her name is Diana, okay? And I have to properly tell the story of how we met properly because she asked me to. And also, like, tell it the correct way, like why it's like a significant thing that happened on the trip, So I got on the bus and there was an empty spot next to her. Okay, so naturally I would sit down there, and then because she was sitting next to me, it would be a right notion that we talk. Okay, so I was like, what's your name, and then we introduced each other, blah blah blah, and then I asked her like, where are you flying to, like after the transit, and then she said she's flying to Sweden to continue her studies, okay, and specifically to finish her final year. And I was quite shocked, because she looked quite young at the time, and I was like, this person's like finishing their final year of uni, and I was like, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you, and she was like, I am 20, and to my surprise, because I'm also 20, you know. So I was like, that's actually crazy, you know, because I just turned 20 like last month. And then she was like, which date was it, you know, because from there that you get like the sensing of like something special was gonna happen, right? So she was like, which date was it, in a like investigating tone. And I was like, the 7th, you know, like my birthday is on the 7th, like July 7th, 7/7, you know. And then she was in shock, you know, because turns out 7/7 20 I mean 2004 is also her birth date. So basically, out of everyone in the airport, you know, right, everyone in the bus I could sit next to, and it was a person who is the same age as me, and we share like the same birth date, you know. If you ask me or if you ask her, like the interaction was not exactly it's like too, like, it goes too hard to be a coincidence, basically, you know. That's like the whole notion. So like after that, she started talking about this thing called the Matrix of Destiny, and it's basically like, it's like fortune telling belief. Diana, forgive me if I'm wrong. And it tells you like, depending on like when you were born, what kind of vibe will you have throughout your life, you know, like the things that you'll be succeeding at, like in terms of studies, or like what kind of aesthetic you would have throughout your life, you know, like, you know, like what kind of person will you be, like will you be charismatic, will you be like a leader, or will you be like I don't know, like you'll be like whatever you want to be, right? But like it's like a predetermined things, but like it's also like in a broad way, you know. So it's not like a directly specific like you will become a doctor, like it's not like that. Like it's more diverse in a way, you know. And then she brought up the fact that like, because we shared the same birth date and the same year and everything, her telling like of the Matrix of Destiny should also be the same for me. So she introduced that us, like me and her, like we are like both categorized as emperors or something. I don't really get on that part, I'm so sorry, Diana, but like that was how it was, you know. And then from then on, we just continued our tour with a, you know, good vibes all around. Okay, let's continue back to the tour. The first stop of our walking tour was the Hagia Sophia Grand Mosque. And then afterwards, we kept on walking and walking and walking and walking and walking and walking until we see like the blue mosque from like far away, but then we are going to approach it later during the tour. Before the infamous blue mosque, we first visited the German fountain, which was marked as our meeting spot in case any of us got lost or wanted to explore the city on our own. Our rule was that we had to return back there by 7:30 p.m. The guy also like told us some history and everything about the fountain, but I was not paying attention because he was so far away, and in my opinion the guy really needed like a microphone or a styrofoam. And here we are at the blue mosque, and this is the only part of the tour that I actually pay attention to because it involves like assassination and stuff like that. While we were at the blue mosque, Diana had bumped into one of her close friend who was also from Kazakhstan, and we spent basically the whole tour together, and you will see the things that we do later on. But regardless, she is really kind, pretty, and really, really fun to be around.
He's vlogging. I just met my friend from Kazakhstan.
Because the day was hot and dry, we bought some drinks to replenish ourselves. So in the end, me and Diana, we completely diverged away from the whole tour group And
Park?
we spent some time on this park where we all just sit down, drink something, and laugh together and talk about some random stuff. While we were also there, we had also convinced this Turkish lady to take a picture of us using Marjan's digital camera. Oh yeah, I forgot. Her name is Marjan. I forgot to introduce her earlier.
And then like you end it with like a sunset, you know?
Wow. What a perfect ending.
Right? From being stranded for like 2 hours to like
Sitting
like
here,
sitting here.
Two Kazakhstani girls.
What, what?
He's vlogging.
To end the tour that we very much participated in, we go for dinner that is fully sponsored by the Tour Istanbul.
It's very cinematic. Mmm, delicious.
Tomatoes.
And some bread.
Emperors got their mix.
Bread. And meat. Is it?
As the sun is setting, it is time for us to return to the airport. Looking back through the gallery and editing this video made me kind of laugh because this guy right here, you're gonna meet him later on in the video. This is him again. We are so going to introduce him later on. Definitely.
And that's the end of the tour.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
So I found out later on that that guy, let's call him bro because I forgot his name, sorry bro, is actually the Diana's cousin from Kyrgyzstan, a neighboring country. We only spent like a few hours together and you know like I really felt really close with bro, you know, so I had to say goodbye to him one last time. He did wake up like, a bit after to like give me a hug, so big dubs. At the end of the day, I learned that the airport is the best place to make new friends and learn about different cultures, and that talking to random people could spark something beautiful down the line. But the major takeaway I got from this whole day was that unless you take the initiative to try something new, you would have never get the chance to see a world where you could discover new possibilities and grow in ways you never imagined. That's all for now, guys. I'll see you guys when I'm in Malaysia. Bye bye.